the daughter of a powerful courtier, a domineering woman.
Empress Tana Luli of Emperor Yuan Shundei. Empress Tana Luli, surnamed Drinker, was the daughter of the Taiji Taiping Wandian Timur. She was made empress in the 4th year of the reign of Emperor Yishan 1333. The fact that she was able to become empress was inseparable from the position of her father, Yan Timur, in the dynasty. Yan Timur was a supreme and influential figure in the late Yuan dynasty. Yuan was unsure only Jin Haitian guarding Shofang, has promoted Yan Timur as the palace guard, deeply favored by the emperor.
Leading 2 years, plus the authorization of the secretary of the imperial household.
She and the first year into the signing of the Privy Council, stayed in Kyoto, actually in charge of the Privy Council's power. When Emperor Taiding Yasen Tmr was seriously ill, he thought that Emperor Wuzong deeply favored him.
So he should repay him by installing Wuzong's son on the throne.
As soon as Emperor Taiding died, Yan Timur immediately acted in secret.
Firstly, he gathered his inner circle, planned carefully and controlled the court by force. Then he selected officials to go to Jiangling under the protection of heavy troops to welcome King Hui's second son,
King Tatmua, to come to metropolitan city to assume the throne.
Later, Yan Timur also conspired with King Hui and killed King Hui's brothers Mingzong and Shirat so that King Hui became the Emperor Wenzong. Because Yan Timur made such an outstanding achievement, Emperor Wenzong conferred the title of king for the 3 generations before him. He appointed him as the 3rd secretary of the Palace of Ceremonies, the upper pillar state, the imperial counselor, the king of Taiping, king of Derahan, and the right prime minister of the Central Committee of the Book of Changes, which made him famous for a long time.
Wenzong died young. Yan Timur, with ill into the palace, took care of the aftermath, and proposed by the emperor's son Yan Tigasi to assume the throne, but Empress Butajuli refused. In February of the 4th year of the reign 1333, Yan Timur died of urine and blood loss.
In the 6th month, Tahu Timur was crowned Emperor Shun of Yuan. The Empress Dowager Budu Luli, who was now in control of the court,
chosen empress for Emperor Shun when he was 13 years old, namely Dana Luli.
When she entered the palace, she relied on her father's authority and her brother's power.
And she remained the same kind of arrogant and insolent as she had been at home, and did not care about Emperor Shun. Shun Emperor and not with her, and tolerate everywhere. The following year, still obediently to the seal of the seal to Dana Luli, she officially named her empress.
Then pushed grace to the queen's family, sealed Sodden Queen's uncle for the Rongwang, the official worship-left prime minister. The cognizance of Luzhou, the queen's brother, Tang Chize, inherited his father's throne as the king of Taiping, promoted to the rank of golden purple Guanglu Dafu. Dana Lost Li was registered treasurer, even more high and mighty. She took the liberty of passing down the decree directly to the state treasury should be collected 100,000 taels of silver salt profit to take as the queen's private room. She was even close to the Shun Emperor's concubines to scold.
Shun Emperor had no choice but to play deaf and dumb, not only not pursue, on the contrary,
and posthumously awarded the dead Yan Timur as Gongjung Kaiji Hongyu with the Yiyun Zeju O life ministers. Yitom 3 divisions of the Imperial Division of the Right Prime Minister of the Central Book,
and added to the King of Germany, on the posthumous title of Zhongwu, so that the Queen's family is more honorable, resulting in the more arrogant Tana lastly flames.
Soon, the Queen's uncle left Prime Minister saddened to die of illness,
and the right Prime Minister Juning Wan Boyan solely upheld the dynasty. Tang Chize, the uncle of the Empress, was very upset and said to a close friend, "The world is our family's world.
But he, Boyan, is nothing. But his position is above mine, which is hateful." These words soon reached Biao ears, and he was outraged.
Tang Chixing conspired with another Zhejiang County king's uncle Dali and others, ready to let troops into the dynasty, staged a coup,
abolished the Shun Emperor Tuti Huanyua, and set up Yan Taigusi as the emperor. They did not want to do it secretly, but the news leaked, and Biao Yan learned about it and took precautionary measures.
Yuan Tong 3 years 1335 in June, Tang Chizi ambushed the eastern suburbs, personally led the warriors rushed into the palace. Just killed in the Forbidden City, just caught in the ambush of the palace guards who had been prepared. Yuan personally supervised the army to meet the battle, 10 against 1. Tang Chizhe was outnumbered, and the soldiers had been killed in battle. Yuan waved his sword and shouted, "Captured Tang Chizhe, a reward of 10,000 gold, and immediately promoted to the post." Under the heavy reward, the guards are all brave, and everyone scrambles to be the first. The Tang Chizhe is surrounded in the center.
Tang Chizhe cannot be out of charge, and finally is torn of the horse, captured alive into the palace.
Yuan eliminated the rebels inside the palace and immediately led his troops to the eastern suburb. Tana Luli's brother Tarahai did not know that his brother had been captured but led an ambush to fight, but the ambush was limited in number.
After Yuan waved his troops to kill for a while, more than half of the dead and wounded.
The rest of the people fled, and Tarahai was captured alive. Yuan escorted the Tang Chizhe brothers into the palace and asked Emperor Shun to interrogate them in the palace. Empress Tana Luli, who had never seen this scene before, swept away her usual haughty character and sat in the palace in fear and trembling. Yuan Shundei also changed his usual weak and incompetent appearance and said decisively and majestically, "The rebellious plot of Tang Chizhe's brothers is already notorious, so I don't need to ask any more questions."
So Yuan ordered the palace guards to behead the Tang Chizhe brothers.
Frightened, Empress Tana Luli's face had no color, trembling and shrinking into a ball. Yuan did not do anything but take advantage of the situation to report that Empress brother treason and rebellion, the Empress herself should be involved in the crime. Not to mention that she also protect and hide her brother Tarahai, must be his brother's accomplices. Please the Emperor to give up their kinship, to pursue their culpability, as a warning to the later. Shun Emperor was silent.
Yuan even personally walked to Tana Luli's queen in front, grabbed the queen's hairbun, dragged the queen from the chair, and fell to the ground.
They escorted the Empress out of the palace and detained her in a small private room in Kaipingfu, where she faced the 4 walls and cried out to heaven and earth. In the end, Bian sent someone to give her wine so that she could kill herself.
Tana Suri had been in the palace for less than 2 years and was not yet 20 when she died.